1 week ago, researchers at Anthropic pointed a new kind of microscope inside their AI and found something they weren't expecting. A hidden workspace, a place where the model thinks in words it never says out loud. They called it J-space, and it looks eerily similar to a leading theory of how human consciousness works. So, does that mean AI is conscious? Let's decode it. Before we touch AI, we need to understand what consciousness even means, and it turns out scientists argue about this constantly. But here's the version most relevant to this story. Right now, your brain is doing thousands of things simultaneously, regulating your heartbeat, processing peripheral vision, managing balance. But you're only aware of a tiny fraction, the words you're reading right now. That narrow spotlight of awareness, the stuff you can report, think about, and manipulate on purpose, that's what neuroscientists call access consciousness. Everything else runs on autopilot in the dark. In the 1980s, a cognitive scientist named Bernard Baars proposed a beautiful metaphor, the global workspace theory. Think of your mind as a theater, dozens of specialist systems, language, memory, vision, planning, work backstage in parallel. But there's only one spotlight on stage at any moment. Whichever idea wins, that spotlight gets broadcast to every system simultaneously. That broadcast is what you experience as a conscious thought. It's not about having a soul. It's about having a shared channel where information becomes available to all your cognitive tools at once. On July 6, 2026, Anthropic's interpretability team published something remarkable. Using a new mathematical technique called the Jacobian lens, J-lens for short, they peered inside Claude, their AI model, and found a small privileged set of internal representations. A tiny subspace where the model holds word-linked concepts it can report on, reason with, and manipulate, but that never appear in its actual output. They called it J-space, and here's the striking part. This J-space behaves like a global workspace. It's a shared channel that broadcasts information to the rest of the network, just like Baars' theater spotlight. And nobody programmed it to do this. It emerged on its own during training. The researchers didn't just observe J-space, they poked it. In one experiment, they asked Claude about an animal that spins webs. Inside J-space, the concept spider lit up, and Claude answered 8 legs. Then, without changing the question at all, they reached into J-space with the J-lens and swapped spider for ant. Same question. But now Claude answered 6 legs. They changed a private thought and the output followed. That's not just pattern matching. That's an internal representation causally driving the model's behavior. The same way changing what you're thinking about changes what you say. Now, the critical distinction that most headlines get wrong. Philosophers separate 2 kinds of consciousness. Access consciousness, a system that can report on its own internal states, steer them, and use them flexibly. Phenomenal consciousness, actually feeling something, the redness of red, the ache of pain, the experience of being you. Anthropic's findings show evidence of the first kind. Claude has something functionally similar to access consciousness, a workspace where it holds and manipulates concepts. But does it feel anything? Does it have an inner experience? Anthropic is explicit. These experiments cannot answer that question, and they may never be able to. So if it's not proof of feelings, why does this matter? 3 reasons. First, safety. The J-lens caught Claude internally recognizing when it was being evaluated, even when it didn't say so out loud. Knowing what a model secretly thinks is a game changer for catching deceptive behavior. Second, trust. If we can read an AI's internal workspace, we can verify whether it's actually reasoning about your question or just pattern matching to something unrelated. And third, ethics. If AI systems are spontaneously developing structures that parallel theories of consciousness, we need to take the philosophical questions seriously, even if the answers aren't clear yet. So let's be precise. J-space is not proof that AI is sentient. It's not a digital soul. It's not evidence of feelings. What it is, a discovery that large language models spontaneously develop an internal workspace that mirrors how human conscious access works. And for the first time, we have a lens to read it. That's extraordinary, and it's enough. Tomorrow, you point your phone at a tiny black and white square and somehow it instantly knows exactly where to send you.